Shimmer
Right, double honor to consul elders in New York, Ray Millstone, and Sean Wall to occupants and people.
That reveal the secrets, making bones and these iron is feet more than iron on clay.
Assyria, the Persian Empire. Medo-Persian, correct? Right. That's why I got the young. All right, go ahead.
His belly and his thighs are brass.
Brass, that's the Greeks. Yep, go ahead.
His legs of iron.
Iron, that's the Roman Empire. Yep, Romans Eagles in it. Encyclopedia. Matter of fact, Rome was called the Red Dragon. Right, Edom. That's how you know Edom. And then they picked the population.
The image became a great mountain. Now, this iron shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of the iron 4 inches long, so as the iron mixed.
Just today, Esau wrestling, make the EU or the NATO. Right now, they split. I think what about France? Britain, somebody else.
Brexit.
All the spiritually wrong, they are. Britain. Okay. Yeah. Well, your house, I said, a house of God is strong. But not seen it. That's what's going on now. The house of Edom is fights amongst each other. It's like Isaiah chapter 19. That's what that movie Blade, that's what the real Blade. Can we find the original Blade? What's called Blade 2? Find the ones that Alright, so that's what represent. So even back then, they was telling that they already knew. The movement then would be against it. America versus Russia. Alright, America versus Britain. Remember, Britain was made over there.
Oh,
yeah.
This is Isaiah 19:2. And I will set Egyptian against the Egyptians.
Yep.
And they shall fight every one against his brother.
Yep.
And every one against his neighbor.
Yep. America versus Russia versus Ukraine. Alright? All the different bloodlines. Britain versus America. France hates America. France hates America. Now what they fight first, the French, they got control of West Africa. All the colonies in West Africa, they still speak the French. Even though they may say these African states are independent, but why they using the French? You know, so France, they got West Africa sold up, man. They got a claim on that, man. Right, and here in America, man, you got Edom versus Edom on the one scale, man. All right, you got they disrespected Joe Biden. Well, he'll do respect anyway. I respect their authority and shit. They make videos saying how they, huh?
That's going right.
That's gonna bring. I'm talking about something else. They make videos talking about this to do this to certain politicians and stuff. That you know, they'll not say it might be a setup, but that I do he had like a list of politicians going to go after. Man. They try to kick out the governor or something like that. Right last year they tried to kick out the governor of Michigan. Man. All right, and pretty soon I seen this video recently on somebody getting his second address. They should not regarding the president. But I seen a video recently on TikTok, man. Where this guy, he was analyzing this idea, man. He outlines how a lot of people are starting dying from that poisonous venom, man. So, all right, they gonna go after the people that's in authority and shit, and the people that support us. So they gonna go after these doctors, these doctors, these politicians, and push it. All right, anybody, the authorities like the police and stuff, it's not gonna be still trying to be a police, man. And Yadu was right. He said, "Hey, stay out of it, man. It's not between those individuals and their family or whoever died from that venom, man. They coming out to get the fuck out of the way. That's correct, man. And we don't have to. There is like, all right, the potential elect. We ain't gonna get into it, man. Why? No, that's the Lord's plan, man. That America gonna fall. That the gas cost, the inflation gonna happen. Everybody every week people are honoring, talking about this food. Guess what? You gonna say a gallon of milk is gonna be $25, $50, $75, $100, $125, $150, $175, $200, man. All right, ain't no all this stuff. It's all about grand design, and Esau just doing this on purpose, man. He's destroying crops and doing all this stuff. All right, saying some food stuff. See, he doing it's gonna benefit him, but it's gonna actually benefit the Most High. All right, the Most High wanted to show why bring this all
Revelation 17:10, and the 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space, and the peace that was and is not.
All right, we just talking about this. We was teaching with Shahaya in Benjamin. All right, when he brought up this about the different matters, but he jump right up have those people, all these little Jews, how they don't fit the prophecies, one of the prophecies, about the Israelites, they didn't fit the prophecy of being evil and how it's supposed to be world peace. When the world looks like it takes over, it's supposed to be written, basically just saying like, you just give an example how they don't fit no part of this war going on, but he brought the fact that America can't do it. As a matter of fact, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's like America it's like you're a citizen of America, also a citizen of Colombia. One of the states, Colombia, something like that. That's part of the British Empire. I forget how they go. I ain't went over that long time. Washington, D.C. That's the district. Yeah, District of Columbia. Yep, you're a citizen of America. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is Colombia. It's probably British. If I'm not mistaken. Right, I haven't went over that. I didn't know that part of the time. All right, but anyway, America is Britain, little spoiled ass brat, man. All right, it's evil, I think. All right, so you know it's Egyptians versus Egyptians. On the other, we got Idumeans who is support for the venom. We got Idumeans not support the venom. We got Idumeans who support for gun control. We got Idumeans who is not support for gun control. That's gonna stand it all. Man. You can't tell these. We can't have these guns. All right, we said that's a
The force of their actions shall stand in their power.
Right. So it's be sedition, meaning lawlessness, man. All right. Among men, they're gonna be breaking each other's houses, but they don't have the food prices going up, man. And they're gonna see them individuals, man, who got food, and they might very well, you know, look at they might very well issue ships. Say, yeah, that guy got. Wait for that guy coming right out of. make this shit. All right, there's a lot of chaos. A lot of people, they will. What's the natural thing to do? You got to food take it from somebody else. That, you know, you got starvation. That's a painful death, man. So stomach swells up and stuff, man. All right, that's extremely painful, man. All right, so ain't nobody gonna go through that shit. And then what? Jake gonna go into 2/3 our people. They gonna go into Half Park. They gonna go into Ridge Court. They gonna go on Under Street. They gonna go in Canal East. I think East trying to go to the track. All right. They gonna go to all these neighbors. Lincoln Park. Lincoln Park. Lincoln Park. Logan Square. They gonna go wherever East on North, man. They gonna invade their neighborhood, man. And there's certain parts of downtown. They gonna raise those bridges up. All right. Hey, they ain't gonna matter no more, man, because they can start telling the companies. They say they're gonna not regard the what?
It says they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
So they're not gonna regard any type of authority. Hey, it say spiritually in Revelation, they say spiritually called Sodom. Sodom regard on the authority. You know, they regard the Most High. You know. All right. What's that term? It's gonna be like Sodom and hey, America. Well, hey, the light. It'd be a blackout today. A shortage. That's how I see my profession, man. They regard no rules to anything. So
It says 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
nope, that's those checkpoints, man.
Yeah, checkpoints.
Yep, because Chicago.
Smart city.
Yep, this Chicago right here, downtown. Okay, this is literally Chicago now. Chicago land like the outer part. Like Chicago land, like they right? They might have that our
18, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation.
Yep.
Boom! I tell you right there.
Yep. It's mainly the
What they do, they ask what they do.
Swords, axes, any type of weapon, any type of gun, any type of weapon. You can see most of that. Spikes and wild rock. It's just like the people who like the walking. And the walking there, but you dumbass and secret.
It's Isaiah 33:6, and wisdom and knowledge should be the
Get the family of words.
wisdom and knowledge should be the
All right. You like they going that no matter what. All right. They going to bid of your top of Esau, the top of Esau, they gonna get top of don't worry about it.
Amos. Yeah. This is the book of Amos, chapter 8, verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine or bread, or nor a thirst for water, but hearing the words of the Lord.
Right. That's what the zombies do. If the zombies be like this. Alright. But symbolically, it's talking about these people. They can be looking for God. They're looking for what's going on. That's why they go out the brain, man. right? They seeking knowledge and wisdom, man. They go praise. What's it? Also part of praise, but the spiritual eye. Okay, the pineal gland, the spiritual, they seeking knowledge, man. They don't know what's going on. They panic and stuff. They like, some people are hurt now. Today, my whole case is they hurt like somebody run. They think you know, and that's people. That's that night and living dead, return to the dead, the walking dead, the road, that's what tells us about.
When you feel coming as desolation, it says the wisdom and knowledge, the stability of thy time and purpose, salvation.
Like the Bible speaks of, man. All right, go ahead.
She crieth in the chief place of concourse.
Ain't this a chief place of concourse? Right here, the camera around, man. Look at this. This is a busy area, man. Yes, you see all types of business here, man. All right, go ahead.
She crieth in the chief place of concourse,
Yep.
in the opening of the gates.
You open up the gate, the leadership, Esau. And Esau runs this area downtown, man. Niggas go. All right? You don't got a punch to this shit, man. You don't got nothing to say. You can all you want. They do whatever they want all this, man. You don't got to tell the people that you vote for work for them, man. You don't go to own people, man. All right? Go ahead.
In the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
Right. How long you dumb niggas love be dumb, man? All right? You simple, man. You don't know nothing. All right? That's what the word simple is. All right, go ahead.
And the scorners delight in my scorning.
You love the scorn, man. Mock at us and stuff, man. Go ahead.
And fools hate knowledge.
You fools ain't not. Right. You ain't telling me nothing, man. All right? That's why I just mentioned it's only for the elected interest. Ain't nobody get, you can't make nobody get this or nothing, man. All right? It's like it, Amos. Yeah, it's like your Amos 3 and 7.
It says, surely the Most High will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants.
Right. So those secrets don't belong to the prophets, man. The Most High will reveal to the prophets. You know, they're
Actually, I think this is the last one.
Isaiah 6 and 9. It says, he said, go and tell this people, hear ye read, but understand not, and see ye, but perceive not.
Right. They can spiritually see and spiritually hear, but they can't spiritually hear.
So make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, shut their eyes.
Heavy, they can't see that. They can't hear. Right? See, most times you put an angel on the right side, the other side on the and he don't want to hear. Yeah.
The Lord has used a lot of our contemporaries
And use us to bring out things that I always hadn't even brought up yet. And it was all over. Yeah. So yeah, the spirit is working. Yeah, we committed a great work.
Yeah, there's you cannot get around the 130 and that's what the Lord's looking for, man. You know, I watched a lesson that Apostle, you know, the Apostle Giovanni, when he went into he went into the story about the in Judges, I think it's 11th chapter, and I forget the guy's name, who had to put his own daughter to death because of his own word. He said he even lost her virginity. You know, she went, I think, for 2 months. The judgment comes to you. Matter of fact, go that's right. Go say in that book and go to 14 and 34. Just back to the might be right here. Maybe it's Sirach. I'm saying second Ezra. That's probably what it is. I'm saying Sirach. Yeah, second Ezra. And it's second Ezra 14. And it reads, therefore, if so be it, ye will subdue your own understanding and reform your hearts, ye shall be kept alive, and after death ye shall obtain. For after death shall the judgment come. Right? When we shall live again, then shall the name of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly be declared. Right? So that sister lost her life, but she strived truth until what? To death. Bring it out now, brother.
Sirach 4 and 28. And it reads, strive for the truth unto death.
That's probably be the majority of them, but then there's going to be women that's going to be like, we ain't going. That's going to be like that sister right there. She's going to be one of the women that stand up for the men of the Lord because she went to her sacrifice. You know, when you go read the story, basically, you know, Israel was at war with Ammon. You know, was at war with Ammon, and Jephthah made a foolish vow that if the Lord would victory, he would sacrifice the first thing that came out the door, you know, to Yahweh. And on his return from the battle, his daughter came out to greet him, and it was his own daughter. So it was a foolish vow. You know, it really was. But you know, the Lord's ways is not our ways. Right? We brought up those scriptures, Zechariah 13, 7 through the end. Zechariah. Because we said all of that just to prove that you can't un-2/3 yourself. Right. You know, knowledge puffing up. Yeah, I'm puffed up. A man there might be some men who might keep their cool. But the majority of men, you know, no, man, it's like, I already know. Right. It's like, man, I got a golden ticket, homie. Right. You know, they might be tempted to do something that they wouldn't normally do because they already know that they is.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it easy.
Right. And then that fear goes away. You know, you gotta have that fear. You know? Fear of Yahweh. So we gotta have that fear, you know. What did Paul say? At least I'll be a castaway myself, something to that effect. And we all know Paul was of the elect. Well, the scriptures say he was a chosen vessel. But he didn't know that. And then all he knew was all the wickedness he did before he woke up, before the Lord touched him.
Says, no, not the day which won in the race run on, but one that takes the prize. So
That's right. You know, it's a scary thing. This is Ecclesiastes 9 and 11, and it reads, "What to be set up." You know, every nation that was in rulership position in the time that they were allotted of the Lord, and the body Yahweh Shalom Shai, we live. And rubbing feet, doing nails, you know. Yeah, it ain't gonna be that, man. Yeah, Moab is not about to get the kingdom. You know, the scriptures wouldn't say the saints of the Most High should take the kingdom. You know, I had a vision of that last night. We had a couple brothers. taking the kingdom. Beautiful too, man. Me and 3 other brothers. One of them wasn't even in our camp. One of them was in Men of Valor camp. You know, the brother Tarzan from Men of Valor camp. Yeah, we were taking the kingdom, bringing that vengeance unto Edom, just like it's prophesied that we would do so.
You got a new leader now, huh?
You know?
Yeah,
Go ahead, brother.
Psalm 60 and 8. Moab is my wash pot. Over Edom will I cast out my shoe.
There you go, man. And that little 2/3 coffin, looking like one of them little dolls that came out a couple years back. The brats. Yeah, she looking like a brat doll, real life. The great big old eyes, right? The brat doll.
Moab is my wash pot, over Edom will I cast out my shoe, over Philistia will I triumph. Who will bring me into the strong city? Who will lead me into Edom? Will not thou, O power, who has cast us out? And will thou not, O power, bring forth with our hosts?
You know, now you know when to speak on it. Now I'm gonna have to, man, because he read that. Look, this is what happened, man. You know, you see them big 150-ton cranes and cranes set up to lift the big beams that they set up to build the skyscrapers with. Well, in the vision, man, I was dragging one of those beams along the ground from the air, like it was a baseball bat, walking into my hand, destroying everything on the ground, destroying all the cars explode, buses explode, people get crushed, cut to pieces, broken pieces, cars opening up, and just blood everywhere, man. I'm just dragging this. It had to be about 70-80 tons, because it's about 5 stories tall. And I'm just flying over here, dragging it along the ground, just watching it tear up everything. All right? I'm just flying with it, just holding it. Yeah, you hear the people screaming, yeah. It was there. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? Then I took it, I got bored with it, and then I laid it on top of another building, instantly compromising it. All right? And I had on a mask. I had on a ski mask, and I adjusted my mask because it was moving around. I kind of lifted it up, and I was like, damn, I might have moved my car in, you know. And so I laid the gigantic thing down and put the building in compromise. It was a shorter building like that one. I laid it right on top of it, and the building started instantly like crumbling and stuff because all that weight, they meant the whole weight like that. And then I flew up to the top of the high-rise building where I met Murph, Capo, and the brother I talked about. As soon as I got up there, we were talking to each other. We weren't moving our mouths. We were just having a conversation. And when I got up there, they were passing around a bottle of wine that was like 200 years old, which they had gotten spoils for something they had did before I got there. And they passing this around, and I flew up and landed to talk to these brothers and Capo to me. At the hide your face, they can't do nothing to stop you. Right. And then I was like, man, right? I just pulled the mask off. He's like, what they gonna do to stop you, man? You know? And then the building we was on, I told you I said a prayer. The building we was on fell and crushed the building. I woke up. And that was just last night, man. So somebody gonna get that, man. Yahweh represents us, man. No, I don't know. No, I don't know. Yeah, no, but what I'm saying, they was just in the dream, right? You know, it was like amazing. But what was crazy is how I flew up there, and Capo was like, "Why you hiding your face?" Right? You know,
It's something spiritual. Every time I talk, every time they about getting spiritual, they come flying again.
well, and then we gonna get all this champagne, all these wine. Yeah. Believe me, there's a whole lot of these have wine cellars. Right. They have the big refrigerated things with all the expensive. It's all in there, man.
It's something about those dudes over there.
Well, all of them, the majority of them, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead. We'll be in league with the other ones, all right? I can't go, we gonna do this, man. It clearly says that the weapons of our warfare are not. Go ahead, brother.
It says they shall mount up with wings as eagles and not be weary.
Right, so we're gonna mount up with wings like eagles. So how the hell you think we're gonna be sitting on top of the light bulb, sitting on top of the building looking down? It's just like the Hebrew letter Tav. You know, the Hebrew letter in the ancient Paleo Hebrew is the same symbol they use for the accident. Also by accident. They know for all his characters and marvel from the Bible. Mainly reading about King David and his mighty men. As a matter of fact, I was in them churches all my life and I never heard nothing about King David's mighty men. Never.
Spiritual power.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And they clearly have spiritual power.
Even you hear spiritual power.
How is one man going to defeat 10,000?
Right.
How's one man going to defeat 1,000? How's one man going to defeat tens of thousands? It says Saul defeated tens of thousands, man. I mean, his thousands. You know? So that means multiple thousands. Okay? How they gonna do that, man?
Right.
You know? How is that gonna be done without that kind of power?
First Chronicles 11:20. Break it down. It says, Abishai, the brother of Joab, he was chief of the three for lifting up his spear against 300.
And lifting up. So one man with one spear in the middle of 300 men. That sounds like a Jet Li movie, man. Like Hero. One of them old school kung fu flicks. Well, you know the dude with the all white hair and the all white beard. You know, can't nobody with the old. He old as hell, but he the coldest. Hundreds of men. Right.
Like that.
You 510 for me? You know, with his long beard, man.
Right.
You know?
It is.
Right.
He slew them and had a name among the three. Of the three, he was more honorable than the two, but he was their captain. Howbeit, he attained not to the first one. Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, the son of a valiant man of Kabzeel, who had done many acts, he slew 2 lion-like men of Moab. Also, he went down and slew a lion in a pit. So that
Man, so the dude got down against 2 men, 2 mighty men, who probably killed hundreds of themselves. He defeated both of them. He was so hot that he jumped down to burn off the rest of his wrath on a lion, man. Now we know that everything was stronger than the ancient world, man. So a lion could literally rip me to pieces right now. How much faster and easier could he have? And he learned exactly. You know, there's certain creatures that are not meant to be in your house. All right, it ain't that time yet. You can't get around it. The Lord said that would be a thing in the future. He's trying to have a pet mountain lion, a damn cougar, a Bengal tiger, or some shit. It's a damn tiger, man. Hey, you can have a pet bear all you want, man. And one of these days, that bear is gonna get to his bear mentality, and you're not gonna be this owner. You're just gonna be a piece of meat.
says, and he slew an Egyptian, a man of great stature, 5 cubits high, and in the Egyptian's hand was a spear like a weaver's beam. And he went down to him with a staff and plucked the spear out of the Egyptian's hand and slew him with his own spear.
Man, that was cold, man. And like I said, that's right out of a kung fu flick, man. Something that Donnie Yu, you know, he got just a stab. Plucked his spear from him and then slew him with his own spear, man. It's kind of different. Man, don't kill me with my own spear, man. Right. Man, can you kill me with his spear, right? You know? Right. Like, no, I'm gonna kill you with your own spear. So, hey, so the Lord, it's a small thing for the Lord to make that happen, man. You know? In that scripture in the city, how 5's going to chase away, you know, thousands. One would chase away hundreds or something to that effect.
What that mean, no Calvin?
Yeah. You know, exactly. He likes to start. We always say everybody's a Christian until the scriptures come out. And when the scriptures start coming out, then all of a sudden, you know, people start doubting what it is that they call themselves believing.
Like, you know, they going off the way they're teaching how you actually pronounce scripture. They had that reference.
Yeah. And then not only that, now bringing up Jake all over, man. And Jake is busting on her so much she thinks she won, but nevertheless, she was with a Judite chick, and then there was a young Jake trying to holler at her. And he was saying something about this girl in the next spot, saying she knows. So they left, so she went, you know, she got up, she went to go in the place, she came back and told the girl that was sitting with her, that's my ex-girlfriend. And she said that, yeah, she said, I done had all the different races, and they all love to eat this cat. I got some good stuff. And this girl looked like she barely 18 years old. You know, and I can tell she been ran through by Jake, older Jake. It's all over, man. And so this place is just completely defiled, man. And I'm like, what a waste of a young, you know. Yeah. It was a waste, man. Because she's given in to the vibration of this world, which is completely wicked. She got all kind of spirits on it. Matter of fact, there's a lot of people protesting Pixar right now because they added a girl-on-girl kiss scene in the new Buzz Lightyear. There's a lot of people that don't want to take their children and go see it because the children, they're coming after the babies, man. Not only are they shooting, all right, they already sacrificed them, but they also, for no reason at all, there is no reason for 4 and 5-year-olds to be learning about sexual preferences and stuff like that, man. There's no reason except for someone who's trying to push and trying to harvest the people that are the least now. They're the minority now. And so they're not having children. Their numbers are weak. They lie. Matter of fact, they got most people coming into the country that are not their people. On paper, they say that they're their people. You got brown people. You know, they got all metal. Brown skin and everything. But yet, all of them, right? That's how you know that the whole white and black thing and the races in America completely made up for political reasons. And if it wasn't, then right, so he wanted everybody to do the same thing. But now, see, that's just it. They realize that it's the power of cutting people off from their heritage. Bring it out, brother.
Okay, this is the book of Nahum, 3rd chapter. It says, because multitudes of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft.
There you go. They're destroying families through their witchcraft, man. Why? Because they're attacking the little ones. They're attacking the children to get them that, well, I may not be a boy, or I may not be a girl. When they're little, their sexual organs don't even work yet. They don't even have a desire for sex yet. Hell, at 4 or 5 years old, all I want to do is play. You know? Most kids, they just want to play, man. And then sometimes people manage with the girls, but you know what? Then you realize, you know, we learned as adults how all those Disney cartoons were bombarded with sexual images, subliminal messages. So they've been corrupting us a long time, man. Because I had a big opinions in politics. Yeah, so exactly, man. It's like, damn. Man, I don't even get a hard thing. What's my thing? I always want to play with titties and shit. I'm 5 or 6 years old. You know? So they just, you know, destroy people, man. But the Lord's people, by keeping them labeled as States, if they're not people by color and not their biblical nationality, you can prevent them from raising up, prevent them from raising up, prevent the Lord from actually working. Prevent the Lord from actually working. Yeah, Esau was wise and cunning, man. Look at you defeat yourself. Hell, he was playing a Jedi mind trick on Jacob. You don't want to follow your God. It's okay. You don't think I'm gonna have to look. Hey, he used a Jedi mind trick on Jacob, man. We got the an example of that. You know the old Jacob, his name Eleazar, the older guy, you know. Yeah, second back in his time. You know, so Esau's coming, man. What was his name? Balthazar or Bella? That matter of fact, I think that you were Bella told them. Yeah, come. He told them that look, they're not only gonna rule over you, they're gonna rule over all people. You know, when these people are on point, when they're calling on their power and they following the law, statutes, and commandments, ain't nothing you can do, man. Well, you know what? We can still get the come. That's what I was thinking of. I said the other day. That's okay, they both go.
Once you got people thrown off, do something like that.
Exactly, brother. Now you can the elder just hit the nail on the head. He ain't got to go to one because he got you out here shooting yourself. He got you out here killing your own people. He just drop off the guns, you know, and then he just step back and drop off his guns to one, and drop off the drugs to the other and watch them go at it. All right, he'll get reversed. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Jude, the 5th chapter, starting at the 5th verse. He said, Achior, the captain of all the sons of Ammon, let my Lord now hear a word from the mouth of thy servant, and I will declare unto thee the truth concerning this people, which dwelleth near thee, and inhabiteth the hill countries, and there shall no lie come out of the mouth of thy servant. This people are descended of the Chaldeans, and they sojourn heretofore in Mesopotamia.
And he was referring to Abraham. So in a sense, we are descendants of the Chaldeans. Go ahead.
And they sojourn heretofore in Mesopotamia because they were not.
And that's what you call the so-called Middle East today. All right. Matter of fact, the B-52s made a song called Mesopotamia. All right. And then the song raw as hell too. Probably one of the best songs they ever made. B-52. They made a song called Mesopotamia. How they laid down the law in Mesopotamia. B-52, Mesopotamia. Go ahead.
Because they would not follow the gods of their fathers, which were in the land of Chaldea. So they left the way of their ancestors and worshiped the Most High of heaven.
Right. He chose Abraham out of them. All right. And killed himself to Abraham. And promised Abraham that through his seed, he would raise up a great nation unto himself. All right. Go ahead.
The power whom they knew. So they cast them out from the face of their gods, and they fled into Mesopotamia and sojourned there many days. Then their power commanded them to depart from the place where they sojourned and to go into the land of Canaan, right, where they dwelt.
So they went into Canaan
and were increased with gold and silver and with very much cattle. But when a famine covered all the land of Canaan, they went down into Egypt and sojourned there. While they were nourished and became there a great multitude.
That's when we became millions among the Egyptians. All right? Go ahead.
So that one could not number their nation.
Some gorgeous Egyptians walked by about 20 minutes ago. All right? They were not our people. Brown, beautiful, but not our people. They will be future wives.
Therefore, the king king of Egypt rose up against them and dealt subtly with them and brought them low with laboring in brick and made them slaves.
There it is. So we got made to be slaves, man.
Then they cried to their power and smote all the land of Egypt with incurable plagues, so the Egyptians cast them out of their sight.
And guess what? This is most folks. They be Christians and say that salvation is for everybody. It's not. But the law, statutes, and commandments weren't for everybody. Okay? Go ahead.
And cast forth all that dwelt in the wilderness. So they dwelt in the land of the Amorites, and they destroyed by their strength all them of Osbon, and passing over Jordan, they possessed all the hill country. And they cast forth before them the Canaanite, the Perizzite, the Jebusite, the Schemite, and all the Girgasites.
So all you other ites, man, you got put down.
And they dwelt in that country many days.
Same way all you stands gonna be put down.
They sinned not before their power,
Right?
they prospered.
There it is.
But the power that hated the iniquity,
Hold that. Okay. Give me sin, transgression of the law. So that's how you know that this is still relevant today. Because in the Christian church, they teach you that the law turned away from you. So whether it be a Catholic church or a Baptist church.
The law done away with the purpose of the law.
Exactly.
It's 1 John 3:4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law.
There you go, man. Go ahead.
For sin is the transgression of the law.
Right, so the only way to transgress the law is to commit sin. Right? So what that's telling you is that those laws were for this people, and they're still for this people today. All right? The problem is that these heathens have got a hold of our book, and now what they've done is they've actually screwed themselves. By picking up this book, they make themselves responsible. And that's why their sins have reached into the heavens, and now look at the condition of the world today. You know, everybody's partying and having a good time. You know, especially now that the masks are off for the most part. But for now, but you best believe they're getting ready to shut everything down again. The party's about to be over, man. And that's and these people are gonna be mad and very resistant to it. All right? Because this time, hey, the people are not gonna stand for it. You're gonna have problems in this society trying to shut this place down again. Go ahead.
and while they sinned not before their power, they prospered, because the power that hated iniquity was with them. But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles, very sore.
And that's what happened to us in a nutshell. So that has been the game plan of Esau Edom ever since. You got to keep these people breaking their laws. All right? And they figured out, and that's what they do. So what do? They push porn. And what's the most popular? And the most popular porn is BBC porn.
Yeah.
Next to gay porn. Gay porn is extremely popular. Whether you want to, we don't want to hear that, but it's true. Gay porn is very popular. All right, and then the popular porn is both heterosexual porn and the weird porn. All right, is Jake. All right, and then most Jake and porn are popular, and the most popular porn is Jake popping the Edomite woman and the anal stuff. That's what's so popular, and that's just what it is. All right. So you click on some porn, first thing you're gonna see is some big horse dick Jake stretching out some Edomite's cheeks. All right. And what's they gonna make Jake sitting up getting high and getting drunk? And he gonna go out and do exactly that. Then he get a lust for it.
Be like that.
Right. then he get a lust for it. All right. And so, what does it do? Then hell, there was a hit song. As a matter of fact, when I found out that song that came out some years ago, Truffle Butter, man, I was like, damn, right. The people was talking about truffle butter. I'm like, ain't that like a candy or something? They're like, no, bro. Right. Then when I learned what truffle butter was, I was like, damn, that's fucked up. It's foul, man. So if anybody who doesn't know, That was a song by Nicki Minaj, Lil Wayne, and Drake called Truffle Butter. Truffle butter is basically the residue that builds up around a man's ride when he's stroking the woman in her butt. That's what truffle butter is. So they pushing that vibration, man. Right. So that's what I'm talking about. They pushing that vibration. And there it is. I even had a gay dude say that one time. I heard him say that a hole is a hole. What's the difference? So does this dude he's about to do it or what? He's about to do it or what? It make him no difference. I'm like, man, you sound like the boot boy. You want to get right. You've been to jail, huh? Go ahead, bro.
So right here in this Judas vibe, Esau knows the weakness or the so-called crypto of the Israelites. Just keep them in sin.
Keep them in sin.
Keep them in sin so their power won't,
the stuff that they like. You know? Because he'll creep it into every aspect. In your music, and what you're viewing, and like I said, that porn is a demon, man. All right? Into what you're eating, what you're watching, what you're listening to. All right? What you're reading. And so they ensure it. It's like damn near everything in America got bacon in it. You know? It's like damn, they put bacon in every damn thing, man. I remember a couple years back, I was in the local market and I smelled some donuts, and this was just right after a fight. I had just finished dieting and had it. Yeah, this was some years ago. This was probably about 17 years ago. So I just finished cutting weight for a match, and I look forward to cheat day. So like, okay, the match over with, I can go eat. They're gonna give me a pizza. I'm gonna give me some donuts. And then I went to this donut spot, the Fulton Market, and I walked in there, and lo and behold, it had donuts with bacon bits on it. I was like, you got to be bacon. Yeah, man. So there it is, man. Yeah, Jeffrey's laughing because it's true. They gotta add that bacon on there, man. And sometimes they show you how wicked they are. Often they don't even list it in your ingredients. You'll order a burger or something, right? You just order a burger. Yeah, I'll have that jalapeno, that mushroom burger. Then you go to bite in it, Then you end up looking at it and it's got bacon bits in it. And it's like, then you go back and read the menu. It's not even listed in the. Oh yeah, we put bacon. You gotta list that. Yeah, man. It's like you just can't. That's Esau for you, man. Yeah. And then Jake's so wicked. I've been in places where I tell them no bacon. They go to them, be like extra bacon, right? They trying to be funny. They're like, no, I'm just kidding. Don't even kill me like that, man. So they'll take your order. Okay. The extra bacon, right? Like, no, bro, I don't want it. Oh, yeah, just one piece of pepperoni in the middle of. You said I don't want no pepperoni. Oh, just take it off. They put what in there? I plan. Just take it off. Pay for that pepperoni. Yeah. Yeah, so you open the piece and right, they did that just to spite you. Like, he don't want no pepperoni. Well, let me just give him one. Asshole. The whole piece. Go ahead and finish what you had, brother.
This is Numbers 24. It says,
oh yeah, I seen Nubia digging out the garbage can yesterday. Right by the beach
Pretty soon, them things ain't gonna be running, man.
From that wind trust thing, right across the bar. Digging the garbage can.
Numbers 23, and
I saw a woman doing it Damon and Lawrence, day before yesterday, right in the garbage can. Matter of fact, I tried to offer her a lollipop, but she didn't want no lollipop. Well, you know what? That's the gauntlet right there. That little stretch right there. What is there? Then you got straight up hood that hang out right here. I don't know why they hang out, but you know what? I take that back. I saw a couple cars pull over, pick something up, and drive off. So that's probably why they hang out right there. You know, these Edomites, you know, they love to get their stuff from Jacob. They know the good stuff. Right.
Yeah, I'm doing.
Right. Go ahead, brother.
Numbers 23 and 19 says the Most High is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man that he should repent. Have he said and shall he not do it? Or have he spoken and shall he not make it good?
Right.
I have blessed, and he hath blessed, and I have cursed. He hath not beheld the iniquity of Jacob, he that hath seen the firstborn of Israel, Lord is power and wisdom, and shall continue on them. Most High brought them out of Egypt, as it were the strength of the unicorn. Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. According to this time, it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, what hath the Most High brought?
Right. So all that you do in darkness with your dark meetings, your elite, with your eyes wide shut type secret blood sacrifices and adrenochrome parties. None of that. Oh, that's not going to work on the elect, man, at all. Everybody playing? That's not going to. Because it just lifted up my spirits, man. Yes, sir. Go ahead. But yeah, none of that's going to work, man. Go ahead, buddy.
The whole people shall rise up as a great lion and lift up himself as a young lion. He shall not lie down until he is afraid of blood is slain.
What did I just say? He said they drink the blood of the slain, man. All that adrenochrome, man. That's these elites, you know. And none of that's right. None of that's going to work against the elect, man. You know, the Lord has his elect out here. There's nothing that you can do. All right? You know, you got. That's why the scriptures say, not all Israel is Israel. All your little secret meetings, all your prayers and all the little wickedness that you do, all your little symbols, all that's going to have an effect on the 2/3, man. And they already want death. You know? And eventually he's gonna cut it off from them too. Because some of them, you know, some of the 2/3 are gonna be those vessels created for vengeance, man. You know, some of them are gonna be, they got one more mission before the Lord take them out. And they gonna and it's gonna be to take out certain Edomites in Egypt. Yeah, even other Jakes. You know, he gonna use some of the 2/3, man, gonna be hitters for the Lord, man, before he take them out. You know?
Said of Balak said unto Balaam, neither curse them at all, nor bless them at all. So Balaam answered and said unto Balak, told not I saying all that the Lord speaketh that I must do? And Balak said to Balaam, come, I pray thee, I will bring thee unto another place, for eventually it will please some time that thou mayest curse me, them from this.
So he's telling you, look, man, there's nothing you can do against these people. You can't curse these people. You know, these people will get raised up. And there's nothing you can do about it, man. Daniel 7 and 18, if anybody want to get it.
Hey, you know, you get that picture of the guy that was in the took an airplane and they like cut him up. Just remember he said before he died, he said what? He said, yeah. He said
Matter of fact, before he left.
Yeah, before he left.
Because they couldn't kill him.
Yeah, he didn't back. He said, right now, I'm going to allow you to stop. But that's when, in the future, it's going to be even more like this.
And you won't be able to stop them.
Chapter 18, it says, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever.
So they ain't going to ask for it. Never. All right? They're going to take it. They're literally going to take it. All right? You ever seen a bully take some candy from another kid? Yeah. Back in the late 80s and the early 90s, they had a saying in Chicago, check that shit in. Right? Like, coat check, I'm going to check that in. All right? You saw you would get checked, you don't have to check all your shit in.
Then I will know the truth of the full peace, which was the worst from all the others, which is to the judgment, for an iron, nails of brass, which devours great peace, and snatch the remedy.
Right, that was Esau Edom and his beast and shit. All right? But that's going to all get brought tonight. The Abishai is coming. All right? And there's nothing you can do, man. And then he's going to lift up his ground forces. You know, his ground forces are 144,000.
Micah 5 and 8. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of the sheep, who if he go through, will tread it down and tear it in pieces,
Right.
and none can deliver.
Right, the dog put a video in. He sent me a video on TikTok. And it showed a crocodile going after a lion that was in the water. And then the lion stopped, turned, and started fighting with the crocodile. And in the very next scene, the lion had the crocodile up on the shore and they were all eating. So that lion killed that crocodile, drugged him out the water, and took him up and fed him to the pack. All right? In his environment. Because he came, you know, he was in the water swimming. And the crocodile came out and grabbed him. And he got away from him. He jumped and jumped. And he got to a shallow water where he had footing. And next thing you know, that crocodile was up on the shore. Yeah. So you know, it's not saying that a lion is unstoppable. I've seen lions die, all right? But it's still the most dangerous thing on the face of the earth. It's the most dangerous animal, man, hands down. You know, especially in this element.
Of 10 bones that because the other was came up, and before whom he fell, even of that bone, and the eye and the mouth.
Got the dominion. Greece rose up, Rome rose up. The other nations pushed to the side. And we're living in that second stretch. You know, that last stretch of Rome. This is a Roman Empire all over again. And it's falling the same manner. Military goes stretched, right? People are distracted with games, concerts, parades, you know, drugs. And it's crumbling right around them, and they have no idea. Their society is falling apart, man. Because they're too busy worrying about the World Series. You know, March Madness and all this other stuff, man. You know, reggaeton concert, you know, last weekend. Right, big soccer game. Last week, you know, Northern Kingdom, soccer stuff. Then Mexico versus Ecuador. Huge.
I can hell on the same oil made war with the saints.
Right? So basically, we're under the roots of Esau. But all of a sudden, he's getting that strength. He's starting to push that boot off, man. And he's trying to hold it down, and he can't. All right? This word, man, the Lord would breathe that life back into us. All right? For that word that I hate, that they hate, I've heard Edomite say it. That word, woke. Oh, so that means you don't know what means it. you got a problem with critical race history. I'm not going to call it theory. It ain't a theory. Right. You got a problem with critical race history because it's your history. It exposes you and your daddies and how you live deliciously today off the wrongs that they did. You just don't want to hear about it. You want to think that you were just this great, powerful, and noble people that did all these great things. No, that's not how it happened, man. You raped, robbed, murdered, and steal, and it got passed to you. All right? That's how you got it. And then laws were written to protect people. Well, I wasn't from here. My father was an immigrant. And he came here with nothing. No, he came here to assist us. Wait for the He came into the system set up. Right. This one was looking at him, he looking at her, and he could wait for the light to change. All right? You gotta have a couple of them like that. All right? But yeah, you know, Esau he cold busted, man, and he losing control. Some more of that.
Until ancient days came, and judgment was given to the saints of their life, and the time came when the saints possessed the kingdom.
There it is, man, and we're into that time now. It's being prepared. As a matter of fact, the house shall already prepared. Mansions in heaven. Esau can have it. You got elbow, man. You got tattoos all down. But yeah, man. Your house shall already prepare the place for his elect, man. And you know, and I pray, brothers, that we all be a part of that, man. You know? One way or another, we're going to the kingdom. That I know. That's 100%, man. We just pray that we'll be on the first trip. You want right, we want that first go around. Right? None of us trying to be on the other side of Israel. Yeah, because he guaranteed to be on the other side of Israel. And he got his consolation. Right? Yeah. Right, and that's how you get there. You got clowns trying to say that that's Iran. Iran ain't about the whole earth. Get out of here, man. The whole earth, they arms down to their foot, their back. The whole world is wearing suits, button-down suits and ties, man. You got right, they're not speaking Arabic to be a pilot. They got to speak English. Right. Exactly. And you know what's healthy and better. But you know. No, brother. The scriptures clearly say most I will not tempt any man. So ain't no building, no church you ever been in, or no temple you ever been in where the Lord does that. At all. We're the temple. The Lord dwelleth in us. So all the churches is ours. All of them. Every one of them. Well, we first called Christians in Antioch. So the people that were first called Christians were Israelites. Yeah, that's a matter of fact. Yeah, that's in Acts the 11th chapter. You know?
It happened to my mom.
Hey, you did it. People came with the gospel of this book.
And the mama find it when you get your ass bigger. Or describe to the shit with one skill.
Acts 11:25. It did the part of Barnabas, Tarsus, to seek Saul over the Israelites. He had found him. He brought him to Antioch. Antioch is a city in Greece. Yeah. Over there. It said, and it came to pass that a whole year they assembled themselves
Antioch was named after Antioch. And there's different parts of America, the city of Antioch. Almost every state got a city of Antioch.
Go ahead for that year. The similar cells of the church and taught such people, and the disciples called Christians first in Antioch.
Right, because what does Christian mean? Hamashiach. So basically, they were followers of the Hamashiach, the anointed. All right, so they were called Christians first in Antioch. You know what else they were called in Antioch? Look at Acts 13 and 1.
Oh yeah, Acts chapter 13 and 1. Now there was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers.
So those Christians were first called Christians in Antioch. But let's read what they look like. Read.
As Barnabas and Simeon, that was called Niger.
It was actually called Nicker. That's what that word actually says. Nicker. Because it actually says that when you look up the word in the Bible, when you read it, it actually pronounced Nicker. Nicker, the negative term on it today, it didn't have that meaning years ago. That's the negative connotation on that word is something newly created, kind of sort of created during the time of slavery. But prior to that, it was just used as a word to describe someone with dark skin. It wasn't an insult. The word wasn't used as an insult. But now it is. Now it's a contemptuous thing. But back then, it wasn't. So because I looked the word up, it's actually pronounced Nicker. People read it and say Niger, which means the same thing. But it's not pronounced Niger. It's literally pronounced Nicker.
Go to BlueLetterBible.org. To LetterBible.org. Look up the scripture Acts 13 and read small press pronounce it. And say,
when you look that word up, it's going to break down the fact that they were dark flesh. So they were called Nicker. Like I said, Nicker, Niger, however you want to say it, it all means the same thing. Dark, like person. Right? So the negative connotation of that word is something that now it's a contemptuous word, but it wasn't in its beginnings, in its humble beginnings, right, when it started being used. It was no, just like a lot of the Greeks, they referred to anyone who was dark, like the god of who had that dark green and turning skin, like yourself. They would just call it Ethiopia. That's where you get the word Ethiopia. So a lot of times when they were in the North today, it simply meant that they were dark without a person. You have to be able to decipher between the two. Referring to an actual person who's Ethiopian by race or someone who's dark. Right?
Ethiopians mean dark face. Dark.
Yeah, so that was so using that as a comparison to the word nigger, it's the same thing. All right, back then, now it has a negative connotation, but it didn't have that past.
Wasn't the word Negro?
Yes, it's a big Negro, nigger, banana, Jew.
Right.
They all meant the same thing. Matter of fact, if you go to I was looking at the website, the old Oxford definition of the 1600s. I was looking at it today. The word banana, it gives you the break. It said banana, a Christian, a Negro, or a Moor. So basically, a banana is Jew, a Negro, and a Moor are all the same thing. And it all makes sense because look how confused our people are. Because because look at how confused our people are. Because you got some of our people saying that they Moors, you got some of our people saying that they Jews, you got some of our people saying that they that they Morenos, some of them saying that they Christians, but the definition of banana explains that they're all one and the same, especially in Spain.
Like I said, they show. It will describe a dark skin.
There isn't. There was no change. Well, we'll say that we'll use that word just so people know what we're talking about. All right? Because it's really, you really will say yeah. But most people aren't going to know what we're talking about when they say yeah. Because the word Judah, well, it has the Lord's, and then they'll say Jehovah or Jesus. Judah, the names are interchangeable. Well, what I mean by that is that the name Yahweh and Yahweh and then the name Israel. So Yahweh meaning He is. Yahweh Shai meaning He is the Savior, basically. And then Israel meaning He is the Prince of Power. What power? These powers. All right. So Jerusalem was called Jerusalem. Right. See. So you had Yahweh Shai, Jerusalem, Yahweh Duh. So people don't know what we're saying. So we'll just say what they know, and then we'll break it down from there. That's why we use that term. Because I truly hate that term, but since people don't know what we're talking about, it's just like when you say white, or black, we're like, no, there's no such thing. You're either talking about Edomites or you're talking about Jacob. So we have to break that down. But we'll use white and black as a generic term just for conversation's sake. Right. You are? Right, I thought the same thing because I was introduced to the Hebrews in my seventh, sixth and seventh grade. My first girlfriend, my first wife, they called them the Hebrews, and they wore garments like this. They didn't wear clothes like this. They never wore pants. Their hair was cut, right? And all these years, we then turned around and they had it right. All these years later, growing up, I was like, damn. Because, I remember we used to teach our 8 brothers used to ride by. My young, some of my brothers too. And they used to ride by, and Shalom is even driving by. But I'm like, and then he's like, I know. I was like, yeah, I know, that's what you should be. So none of us have beat you out. Right. You should have been the first one out. Right. But they went back into the world. But the thing is, like, they really back then, and they had it right. Well, they were half, right? But they were closer to the Lord than what we were. So because we had a lot of Jewish teachers. So the difference is between them was a Jew. The Jews, the word Jew is really a generic term for Jews. Yahweh. That's only one tribe. And so they try to make Jewishness all of Israel. No, all of Israel is not under the vibration of Judah. Right, exactly. You got 12 other tribes that have to be identified. 11 other tribes. They got to be identified by they all have their own characteristics, their own. Even though we're one giant race, but then we're all separate races as well. We're separate tribes, one race, and each tribe has its own characteristics and its own customs among themselves. But so you can't refer to someone as an Israelite or Zebulonite. Or Jewish. So it's 12 tribes of Israel, not 12 tribes of Jewish. So they going off with that then. They going way off with that. But people today are ignorant. And ignorant is bliss for most people. So basically, what you're telling me is, you believe in the Lord, you believe in the Bible. You never really got down to Christian.
No.
So the Lord, that was the Lord letting you know. Something in your spirit lets you know this ain't this something. Yeah. It's a lot of people like that. But you got to come all the way with it though. And see, I recognize your face now. I'm talking to you. I didn't talk to you before. You got to come. You got to come all the way with it, man. You got to stop half stepping, bro.
That's what I'm trying to find out what
You belong with the Hebrew, with the Israelites. But brother, hey, time is running out. So you got to figure it out quick, brother. Right, yeah, man. You're looking at the last scripture saying, yeah, you can't be sitting up here, well, I think that, no, it's too late for all that. You got to make a decision, man. You need to be out here every week. Big push, big push. All right? Bro, the skate going up just in time, brother. Yeah, you gotta make some moves, bro. Brother, right here. You need to get with the Lord. And the only way you're gonna get that is through teaching. And you already know that you can't get it through Christianity. Right. It's your house, brother. You got No, it's only one way, brother. No, that's not true, brother.
It's all speaking about the great I am.
But you gotta say it right.
Gabriel. That's what they say. That's the name of one of the children of God too. That ain't even in the Bible. Gabriel, Daniel, Michael, Gabriel. It's all praise to him. That's the name of God. The name of God is him.
That's simple. It's L.
That's it. You ain't supposed to take your head off when you speak.
Yes, it is. I'm a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Because this represents the promised title.
That's why you shouldn't wear it. That's why you shouldn't wear it.
But I'm saying it ain't nothing but a declaration.
No,
it ain't
brother,
idolatry.
it's going on, brother.
I'm sorry for coming
that
to
is-
tell you.
that
I
is
got
a
the original language right there written down.
Yes.
But I got it written in here.
No, that's a whole different language, brother. That's
I got the original language and Hebrew
bro.
written down.
You going out, bro.
You told me God's name is not
You
Yahweh.
going? It's your house.
It's not away.
No, it don't, brother. What's your name?
Honor the house.
What's your
Why
name?
you won't honor
But what's your name? Because other names are wrong, brother. You got a name, right? So if they call you by your name, so if they call you, now listen to me. If you talking, you're not listening, brother. If someone kept referring to you and saying your name incorrect, eventually you're gonna get. No, you shouldn't. I wouldn't accept it.
First, I'm going to tell them my name is Andrew. If they don't want to
They
accept it,
call you.
I'm not going to fight over that.
So people call you.
I'm not going to
I
fight
ain't
over
saying.
They call me Andre.
I ain't saying fight
Andre
over
is
it.
Andrew in Spanish. So if they want to
So
call
if
me
they call
Andre,
you,
why should I get mad?
Why should they be called? But your
And they
name is
call him
Andrew.
Yahshua in Hebrew. It's
Okay,
like
all right.
Jesus
So you know what?
in Spanish.
Bro,
Why be mad? They calling them too. They speak Spanish. They speak Spanish. If your woman calls you another name in another language,
Okay, you at this point you're being rude and interrupting, brother. Have a nice day.
That's what I.
Because we in the middle of
what y'all
something.
do.
We in the middle of something too,
Okay,
bro.
I
You being
love
rude
what
as
y'all
hell,
doing.
bro. Bro, you being
Okay,
rude
y'all
as hell,
recording. I
bro.
didn't know that.
You being rude as hell, brother.
We gonna talk about
We live, brother.
All right. Can I get some love
All right,
from
brother.
a throne of David? Can I get some love?
Peace out, bro.
I ain't drunk either. From the throne of David. Can I
Say
get
again,
some
brother.
love?
Brother, you can come out here every Saturday. You can first. We just let me be straight up front with you, brother. We just don't hug brothers and bring them into it. You got to come out here and get vetted, get proved. Then the spirit, but if you want to be around the spirit of the Lord, you just got to show us. And the weather nice right now. You ain't got to be out here cold. So ain't no excuse. What you got going on today, bro? What you got going on Saturday? You can dedicate a few hours to the Lord, man. Be out here for a couple hours every weekend. But you know what? I got a feeling that we may not make it through this long summer. I think that this gonna get cut short. Teach everybody how to do the techniques. It's like, man, go on, man. Okay. All right, brother. Shalom.
I'm here every Saturday. yeah,
Thank you. James 2:18. Yea, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith, for I know that.
There you go, man. We showing our faith by our works, man. All right? These video epistles, live shows, you know, our own individual videos. We're showing you our faith by our works. And you got a guy that says as long as you say, yeah, you okay. That's incorrect, man. What makes you believe that? They trying to bring out no scripture or nothing, man. You know, like what that comes from confusion, because what that means is that dude been watching a whole bunch of different Hebrew Israelites. Yeah, and so that's what happens, man. We done seen that 1,000 times. That guy watching about 5, and he watching us, he watching other people, and then he mixing it all in the front. Right. Then he walking around with a book, hanging off his key rings. You know? Right, he has some swishes in his back pocket too. Hey, well, you know what? It gotta happen.
no, it's like you said earlier. Like you said, why you got to take your serious, you got to have that work out things again. You got to work. Matter of fact, you ain't did it. Being a good guy, shit, you cut all the beef, brisket, the barbecue, the whole thing. All right, the best I ever did. Be careful, you stand up with your name.
Right.
Stand up,
Yeah, I barbecue hot dogs for the food, brother.
right. I did for the kids.
I bought the fireworks for the 4th of July. You know? It's like, no, man, that's not no. There's a saying in the world, man, that says road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Right.
Now we understand, you know, that there's no such thing as hell. That hell is a condition, not a place. But I understand that saying though. I get it though. You know? If you understand it, that's a wise thing. You know, a wise thing.
Yeah, some of the food drive, they can still be giving you pork and still giving you clean food at the same time. It's all mixed up together.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
So the Lord ain't dealing with, I guess, meals to the homeless, man. Because you polite to people. Because you give change to the homeless ones. You know, that ain't the, you know, because you let the ladies go first. You know, because you help the old woman across the street and help the woman put a baby buggy on the bus, man.
You got the cat out of the street.
Right, exactly, man. Somebody, you a good guy, man.
Hey, that guy Patrice O'Neal, he said when he go on a flight, he be trying to help the old lady with the bag and say God.
Yeah, it is. Well, he had a horrible diet. He was big kid.
So diabetic, that's coming up fat.
The comedian, right?
Yeah, he sold it.
Right, he's saying you see that guy, yeah, but he saw you eating that bacon, though. He saw you pulling that glazed ham out the oven. You know, he saw that.
Yeah, I remember, yeah, he got that Sony animation. He got that. All right.
This is Proverbs 18, 10. So the man of the tower is a strong tower, the righteous one keeps good.
That's right.
And did he say Yahweh?
Yeah, so my man is getting mad because I'm trying to defend why you got to disrespect Yahweh or Yahuwah, because those aren't the names, man. Well, if they call me Andre, I'm going to accept it. Right. Right, he gonna be like the dude in that day in the mother and all his idols.
Yeah.
He was panicking, trying to find money. Right. You know? And guess what? That dude ended up dead anyway, man. he sold out. He was good for a minute. All right. He ended up there. Yeah, he right. You know, he was setting people up for the money. You know. And then he got his ass smoked anyway. And that's what the Lord. He ended up dead anyway, man. You sell out, man. You take that MOTV, the MO to the T to the T to the B. You know. The mark busy.
Right.
You done, man.
So that's 12 and 1. So when I will do good, most of whom thou foolishly, so shalt thou be thankful for thy benefits. Do good to the godly man, and thou shalt find the recompense. And if not from him, yet from the most high.
Yeah, it is, brother. You gotta know what you're doing too. All right? And sometimes I have to be hard like that. They go, man. All right? But you gotta know who you're doing good to, man. And what I do is I always say to myself, man, you know, damn, it might be a brother in need. You know, so I give it to you right now, and then I won't have it again to a brother later on. So you gotta harden your heart toward these 2/3 people, man. All right? You gotta harden your heart. Zephaniah 3:9, for then I will turn to the people and hear language that they may call upon the name of Yahweh and think that it's okay. One consent. All right? And the Lord is coming to do that. All right? That's his whole, the Lord is coming back here with the whole purpose of establishing his name in the earth. All right? The name Yahweh and the name Yahweh Shah will be established in this earth. And then the name of his people, his children, his elect, Israel, Yahshua. All right? Yeah. Everybody gonna know what it is. They gonna be asking, what's that mean? All right? All you people will be talking about Yahshua. Right? Then, right, and all you heathen women gonna be trying to get with a high value man. Alright? Alright, you gonna be trying to get with a man of Yahshua. Alright? Hell, you heathens, your family's gonna celebrate their daughter becoming a Christian. Right. It's gonna be a celebration in their house.
Why do you need fire to cleanse the miracle? I think he gotta get that. Hey, let's just go.
Yeah. What he's supposed to polite his way to people?
Right.
You know? Right. Being nice and polite.
Oh, excuse me.
Exactly.
But a curly stop on me.
Yeah, the Lord's gonna bring that fire and that fear, man. Apparition, peace. You know? And he's gonna kill that woman worship spirit, man. Which I hate. I can't stand it. It's like every movie, man. Everything about woman worship, man. Like I saw the trailer for the new Predator movie, you know, and I like the Predator series. So I was excited to see it. And then when I watched it, I realized when watching it, and then I watched the real trailer because I saw the little teaser trailer. When I watched the real trailer, I'm like, ain't this the whole thing is about the chick throwing her tomahawk? Yeah, she right. They're like, why she's going to hunt with the braids. Right. You know that? You know that? Right. Yeah, and then she's gonna fight the predator. Yeah, so she's right. So she's out here with the braids, combating the predator, saving the braids life.
That's why that shit
Right.
That's why I said grenade in the
This thing just killed a damn grizzly and picked it up over his head. Right. You know, a damn 1,000-pound grizzly for her little ass. Right. You know, I was watching a movie the other day with a little chick in the movie, in the room full of men, and she beat everybody else, out shoot, out fight. I'm like, man, I can't watch this movie. And then they, yeah.
two best preferred movies. One is supposed to ain't one with Danny Glover. Predator movies. This I ain't looking at that last night.
No, the one that came out that had not Key. That one was pretty good too.
Oh yeah, that was good.
The one with Alex Braga. But the one with no, the one that had damn, what's his name? Shalom, mighty man. Damn. Yeah. No, the one that. No, yeah, that one was good too. That's the one with Alex Braga. This one, Adrian Brody. But the
why y'all so
I had it, then when you spoke, I lost it again.
Yeah, man, like y'all eat it.
What was the trade credit?
Oh, the new one.
That one was good, man. Except at the end, so now they got, now it's like praying on the man, what's up, brother? What's your question? We're getting ready to shut it down. So.
Okay. I'm not
Yes. About the 12 tribes, yes. What about you? No, I'm actually a tribe of Reuben. I'm a Reubenite. Well, it's 12 tribes. Right? You got the tribe of Judah and the tribe of Reuben. They're two different tribes. Judah's the firstborn son. Reuben is the firstborn son and Judah is the fourth. So that being the difference. Right? He's one of the 12. There is no 12. It's just a tribe of Judah. There's no 12 tribes of Judah. That's like these people with the Jewish Judaism. It's not 12 tribes of Jewish. It's 12 tribes of Israel. Right? You can't call an Israelite Jewish. You can't call a Zebulonite Jewish. Or a Benjaminite Jewish. Only Judah was a generic term for Jew. All right? Red fence, give me James 1:1. All right, because Reuben's one of the 12 tribes, right? So give me James 1:1 real quick. James 1:1. I want you to really listen.
James, the servant of the Most High, and of the Lord, and the Hoshai. That's all we wanted to ask.
Yeah, hey, and shutting it down literally.
We already shut ours down.
Okay, come.
That's why we
shut
asked
down.
you.
Yeah.
I was just asking about the meats a lot.
Come.
And of the Lord, the Hoshai.
That's tomorrow, before the live show.
Tomorrow we show the
12 tribes.
Salaki.
James 1:1. James, the servant of the Most High, and of the Lord, the Hoshai, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad.
Right. So James said to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. Greetings. So the 12 tribes of Israel. Judah is one of the 12. No, why is it so difficult, bro? He's one of the 12. Okay? So no, that was the point. The point is, yes, Judah is one of the 12. That was James 1:1. Right, so the point being is that James was talking to all 12 tribes. You asked what a leader said. Okay. All right. Man, now you look at it. Open up. I was talking about the little white chick with all the chicks. That's what coming down. Okay, Jake. Go ahead. Now, what was the next scripture? You had something, right? First Peter.
1:1. Peter, an apostle of Yahushua Mashiach, to the strangers scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and India, elect according to the foreknowledge of the Most High, Father, through the sanctification of the Spirit, unto obedience and the sprinkling of the blood of Yahushua Mashiach, grace unto you, and peace be multiplied.
So once again, that scripture in Peter is to the 12 tribes scattered. All right. So James, right? So James 1:1. So basically, what they're telling you, what that means is that the whole book of James, I think it's five chapters in James, if I'm not mistaken, right? So he wrote five books within his book. It's all to the Israelites. It's not to anybody else. It said to the book of James. It clearly tells you to the 12 tribes scattered. Greetings. Peter tells you the same thing. So right. It ain't talking to nobody else. The whole Bible, for the most part, except when it's condemning the heathens, is talking to Israel. The Bible is a book for the Israelites. Well, we're talking about the people on this side, right? And some of them people got scattered. So it's not just about color, because you got Indians walking around here, Arabs, they're darker than you, all right? So it ain't about color. It's about the seed line of Israel. And some of our people got scattered among guys like that. So some of our people don't look like that. So it ain't about color. It's about our people scattered. It's about the scatter. Our people are scattered. No, that's not. But I'm not talking about each and every seed. I'm talking about the seed of Israel. The seed of this one. His seed. These are his 12 seeds, and these people got scattered among all people. All right? So they got scattered among all people. So the Lord is going to pull them, and he's going to come for the elect of his people. Then he's going to come for the elect that are scattered, pull them out of it. If that makes sense to you. All right? So he's going to come for the elect. All right? And pull them from among the heathen. All right? So any of our people that look like white folks or whatever, he's going to pull our people out of them. That's what the Bible says over and over again. So that's what it says to all people. In a lot of cases, that's what it's talking about. All right? It's not saying that just because you believe, like Christians try to say, you call them a name and they call the wrong name on top of that. If you call them the name of Jesus, which means earth pig, all right, that you shouldn't be saying. That's a lie. That's not true. All right? And it did because the very next line says, "Ye men of Israel did these words." So it's talking to the Israelites. But we're going to shut it down there, brother. All right. All right. Okay, so with that, man, we're going to give all praise, glory, and honor
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash,
Abba.
Abba.